Hello guys. So I created this terraform playbook which allows to install the Avi controllers in GCP. As you're going to see right now, I don't have any controllers running. I don't have any Avi SE. And one of the problems that we don't have Avi controllers in the market, so therefore we're going to install it in the Docker container. So first of all, we're going to test. So Terraform plan will give us information of what's going to run. And you can see that there is going to install the controller, it's going to install 2 boxes for the SE, and then it's going to install the HTTP, 2 boxes for HTTP. So we can use those HTTP boxes for load balancing later on. So this is phase 1, where it will install the controller, and the user will need to finish the installation by using the admin and the username and password, or password in that case, with the email address and so on, as a regular installation. I will have a phase 2 where I'm going to inject the JSON file, and then it will complete all the installation. So the only thing you will have to do is log in. So let's run this playbook. It takes about 8 minutes to complete the installation of the controller. It takes about another 2-3 minutes for the complete portion of that restart services, and then it takes a few extra minutes for the controller to basically be available. I'm going to trim some of the portions so you don't have to be bothered to wait. And we're going to run right now this playbook. So as this is going, the first thing it does is going to create the rules for HTTP and HTTPS, and that depends on which services we're going to look for. Each one of those services will have its own set of ports that are going to be open. So as this starts, you can see on the left side, we have the controller. And if we wanted more than one controller, we could. We have the SE box 1 and 2. And then we have, HTTP boxes, 1 and 2, basically, or 0 and 1 in this case. So as you can see, we logged in to the controller. We're going to download the controller image for Docker. Once you log into the portal from Avi, you can select copy URL, and you use that URL, which is a timestamp for download, and you're going to put in that there's a file called download script, and that will basically replace that URL with that they have right now with yours, and that will allow you to automatically download the 4 gig, almost 4 gig of the Docker images that we have for Avi Controller. This is running the 18.2.5, which is our latest version that we have available. And there's going to be multiple steps. So this is basically running the Avi controller script, as you can see from the output. And it's going to wait about 20 seconds or so. It takes a little bit of time to unzip it. And then we're re-logging back in. So we're running the provisioning right now, where we're collecting the IP address for that box. And we're going to use that IP address, and we're going to modify the installation script for the controller, and we're going to run it. So the minimal is 24 gig of RAM. So the box that they have is about 30 gig of RAM. So those parameters can be changed. So if you want to have more or less, you can basically adjust that. And then we're using that IP address, as you can see right now, 18.2.5 is the latest one that we have. We're going to install the controller, and I only give the minimal that is required at this point: 30 gig, 24 gig of RAM, 8 core, and it's going to have that internal IP address of that box. From now on, it will take about 7 minutes and 30 seconds, from 7 minutes to 7 minutes and 30 seconds to finish the installation, and then it's going to do a bunch of additional tasks to make it ready. So In the meanwhile, this one, we'll see if this box is up. We're going to copy the IP address, and we're going to see we have the first HTTP server, so it says server 1, and let's see for server 2, and then we have the server 2 at that point. So I guess I should change the name of that, because I both named server 1, but they're different IP addresses. Okay, so pretty soon we're going to see installation completed, and it's going to run a few tasks after that. That's the normal stand time, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Installation completion. We're going to run a few extra commands, like we're going to restart the services for Docker. So right now it says creation complete, and we have 15 resources, and it took about 12 minutes or so. So we can go to the controller now and wait until the services will boot up, and then we can put username and password. As you can see right now, the controller is getting ready to start, and it will take a few minutes over here as well. We can see that the controller is going to run in the Docker container, so we're going to SSH into the box. See, we named already that, and you can see the Docker containers that's running, and it's going to redirect port 80 to 443 inside that Docker container, which is running the Avi controller. And we can basically execute and we are inside the controller at this point. You can see, and we have htop, which is already part of our Avi controller. You can see that all the services starting up inside. And then once we set the username and password, we'll be able to log in on the shell for that, execute that service, the services or virtual services or VS, or to set our load balancing information for like the pool, what type of pool we want to create, and so on. It's all driven by API. Reboot right now. Normally this is the screen that is an indication, which is basically the process is ready, almost ready. And after this, we're going to have a self-sign certificate. There we go. And now you can complete your installation with the admin. I'll put a password. We can select which backend we want to use. Right now, just to finish up, I'm going to select no orchestrator, and I'm now selecting multi-tenancy at this point. So right now we have our environment, and if we go to infrastructure, we can basically create a new cloud, and we can pick what cloud we want to use. If you have any questions, reach out, and hopefully you enjoy the video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.